Alright guys, I'm here with Power of Metal webzine, and I'm here with David Timnick from Intronaut.
Yo.
Good to see you.
See you too, man.
Welcome to the Great White North once again.
We love it up here. Good to be back.
Good. To start off the interview, we got a little bit of unfortunate news. Was Danny Walker not being able to do drums on this date, and quite a few dates in Canada. What happened with that?
Well, there's some outstanding stuff that back from 2009, where it's been kind of an issue more and more over the years, and they've been letting us in, but it's been kind of like eventually we're going to stop letting you in, and we've been doing all this paperwork to try to get it sorted, but there's just some kind of glitch in the system where it's just not, we haven't been able to make it right, so they wouldn't let him in. So we played Montreal last night without him, and we're going to play tonight without him. It's unfortunate, but the show must go on.
So for the benefit of the fans, what's going to be done in place to Danny for the rest of the Canadian part?
We've got the backing, the drum stems from the album. Okay. We're just going to be running them through the PA and playing along to them.
Okay.
So
you guys are professionals, so they can do it.
Got to do something.
Okay, well, despite that unfortunate news, how's the reception been of the tour so far?
It's been great. It's been overwhelmingly great. It was our first headlining tour on the new record.
Right.
And shows have been packed. The fans have been fucking going bonkers. And it's been awesome. Yeah, so tonight should be a really good one. Toronto is one of our favorite cities, so hopefully the fans will be understanding about our situation, and we'll still try to bring it best we can.
Yeah. Regarding the tour, what made you decide on the setup for the stage show? Just because there's a lot of lights and kind of like crazy stuff going on. What made you think about that?
We're constantly trying to make our live show more interesting. Right. You know, we're not covered in tattoos. We don't do backflips off of our amps, so we're trying to make it as much of a spectacle as possible. So we've got some new visuals on a big projector, or big screen, and we've got a bunch of crazy lights and stuff that are that sync up with the show.
Yeah.
So it's pretty visually spectacular, I think. So
there hasn't been any seizures or anything like that that's happened?
Unfortunately, no seizures yet, but
it would have been good press.
Maybe tonight will be the night.
Okay.
We'll see.
So I have a question that's a lot of people have been trying to figure out. What's the origins of Dolphins with the band? If you can kind of try to, answer it in a general way.
Yeah, I'm not sure any of us really remember. I think it might have been that our longtime sound engineer, Josh Newell, referred to us once a long time ago as the Dolphins of Metal.
Right.
But the way it started with shirt designs and stuff was we had we were recording, I think it was the Valley of Smoke record,
right.
And we were in the studio, but the song titles weren't all done yet. Okay. And so we had a bunch of fake working titles that were all, silly and ridiculous, and one of them was Barbecue Dolphin. And we had a fan that we took a picture of that and we put it online, and we had a fan completely on his own, nothing to do with us, saw Barbecue Dolphin and took it upon himself to make a t-shirt design that what he interpreted as Barbecue Dolphin to mean, and he sent it to us, and we loved it. So that was we made it a t-shirt, and that was the first Dolphin shirt, and there's been about 10 since. We've got 2 on this tour. One of them sold out, so we don't have it. We had our buddy Chris did this great super psychedelic Planet of the Apes type thing, but with dolphins.
Nice.
But we sold out of them, so we got another one, and now there's just a mainstay in the.
It's nice. It's kind of playing up the whole aura of this whole thing now.
Yeah, we're just going to milk it. It's what
awesome.
We're known for now, I guess. We're just going to keep going.
The question, though, is with all the dolphin stuff going on, what's the most unique dolphin item you've gotten from a fan? Because there's got to be a lot of fans giving you stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure. We get dolphin pipes. We get dolphin sculptures. This one guy, I think the most unique thing was probably this one guy actually carved a dolphin sculpture for us out of soapstone.
Really?
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, I have it on my bookshelf at my house.
Very nice. Awesome. I was going to say, since you tour a fair bit, have you come to enjoy it more as the years go and you got more successful, or has there been certain drawbacks that you don't appreciate?
Of touring?
Yeah.
We love touring.
It's just good.
It's just good.
However you
it's
go.
It's the best, yeah.
That's what you feed off of?
That's what it's all about.
Okay, cool. Because a lot of different bands have different kind of routines as far as their show day goes. So what's your typical show day? Does it consist of like, a lot of warming up, or is it laid back?
I mean, it's pretty laid back, it consists of like usually like 7 to 10 hours of driving, and then,
Not so laid back.
That's not so laid back,
yeah.
but, we get in, we load in, we set everything up, sound check, we get dinner, take it easy, we smoke some pot if it's around, and, drink some whiskey and take the edge off, and, we warm up before we play,
Okay.
kind of have like a little powwow where we jam a song or two backstage, just together. Danny will normally just practice, play like on a chair or something like that, and, that's about it.
So there's nothing set in stone, basically. It's just kind of whatever you're feeling.
Yeah, it's pretty loose.
Yeah, cool. So I was gonna say, with all the walk me through the songwriting process for the album, for any album, specifically Directional Last Things. Did you just jam, let things take shape, or did you have certain ideas and you just want to build those?
It's a combination of both. A lot of it is Sasha and myself writing kind of skeletons of songs and coming up with riffs and ideas that mix in with each other, and then we bring it to the table. Everybody kind of learns it, and then everyone kind of comes up with their own thing. And then sometimes stuff is just born out of just jamming. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. We just, when we're writing, we're getting together 4 or 5 nights a week for several hours at a time, and we all put in the work when we're on our own, and it just kind of ends up being a combination of all those things.
Right on. I was going to say, with all the different influences and styles in your sound, is there a certain direction or theme that's used when coming up for a certain album, whatever new album you're writing at that moment?
No, not really.
There's no actual theme going, or is it just kind of we have an idea?
It depends on the record. I mean, musically, we just kind of let everything take shape. We don't really have any plans. Lyrically, I've done Valley of Smoke was kind of a concept record about LA where we live. But no, there's not really, we kind of just let it unfold. Sometimes themes or concepts, kind of develop on their own, but we don't really plan any of it out. We just kind of get to work and see what happens.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you get influenced during the writing process by what artists you're currently listening to? Because a lot of people will do that.
Oh yeah, for sure, always.
So what were you listening to during Directional Last Things that kind of set the...
Lots of Cloud Kicker.
Cloud Kicker?
Actually, Ben Sharp is here with us tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
okay.
he flew up from Pittsburgh where he lives just to hang with us, so that's cool.
Okay.
And I was telling Sandra last time about that group Nick Barsh. Barsh
Ronan.
Yeah. We listen to a lot of that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's big influence. What else? I don't know, I guess sometimes it's just still the influences we've always had our whole lives, all of us have kind of come from different musical backgrounds, so, King Crimson, Alice in Chains, everything in between.
Yeah, so you draw from a lot of different influences.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
We basically just try to write the music that we want to hear.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So the current album, The Directional Last Things, has received a lot of praise. Is there any pressure on you guys as a band to kind of trump that for the next release, or is it just kind of we'll let the chips fall as they may?
Just do what we do. And,
do what you do?
The minute you start to try to put pressure on yourself or let other people put pressure on you, it's an uphill battle at that point. I would think. I wouldn't know, because we don't.
Right.
We just, everything that we do is at the time, in the moment, it's just about us and what we're trying to do. So
right.
Yeah, no pressure.
Okay. Might be a little far into the future, but do you have any ideas as far as the next album will take shape, the next release, as far as just basic ideas you have right now or anything?
Yeah, well, Sasha and I have a ton of stuff that we're already working on.
Okay.
And we've got a lot of tours coming up for the rest of this year, but each one of them's got about a month in between.
Right.
So we're going to keep trying to just develop those ideas on our own and kind of get a lot of stuff ready to go, so that when we're home for an extended period of time, we won't be starting from scratch. We'll have a lot of stuff ready to go, so we can just, you know, the basic idea for us is like tour our asses off and then just like get down to business, write a record, record it.
So it's kind of what is that like a kind of a schedule you guys like to do? Like once you finish the tour for the album, for whatever album you're working on, you like to just kind of start into songwriting mode and get everything kind of put together?
Yeah, for sure. Like we ideally we would like to put a new record out every 2 years. You know, we just, you know, record comes out, like a year or so of touring, and then, you know, a year or so of, you know, writing, recording, releasing.
So it's like a cycle, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like there's not a real time frame that we're adhering to. We just try to tour as much as possible, and then as soon as it kind of seems like the touring cycle is dying down for the record, we kind of focus our energy into writing and just try to get it done.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
A few last questions. What did, as far as the mixing of the latest album, Devin Townsend was the mixer of the album. What did he bring to that, and was there a thought before you started putting the finishing touches on it, say, we'd love to have Devin Townsend on this?
Yeah, well, you know, the thing, it really came out of the fact that we wanted something new as far as like the sound of our records, because really all our records, you know, like we love our music, but we haven't had a record that like sonically that's the way we want our records to sound. Yeah. Somehow the way we sound live is the way we like to sound, and it's been a difficult time for us to really try to get that captured on a recording. So this time around we thought, hey, let's try to find somebody new to mix it, and there's a couple names on the table, like Kurt Ballou from Converge was someone we really wanted to work with, and Devin was another person. You know, all the records that he's you know, mixed all sound really good. Yep. So that combined with us deciding to track the record live, we tracked it live in 4 days. Right. So we thought those two things together might have a chance of, you know, really capturing the way we actually sound, or it could have backfired on us and been terrible. But it was a risk, and we took it, and it worked out really well. And this record, honestly, is the first record for us that we feel like sounds the way that we want our records to sound. So, you know, hopefully they'll all from here on out sound at least as good as this one.
Everything came together, right?
Yeah. Okay. But we basically just sent him our live recording, and he really didn't. I mean, he made it sound great, but he didn't change a whole lot. You know, like he really just kind of accentuated the live sound that we had tried to capture in the studio. So, yeah, he did a great job. Couldn't be happier.
Excellent. Was there any memories from the last tour? When I saw you last, you were with Between the Buried and Me and Enslaved. Based on the banter I saw between you and Enslaved, and how much is going on between you guys, jokes and everything, is there any special memories you have from that?
Oh, I have a lot of special memories.
I'm sure you have a bunch, but anything that's like, you know, that you can tell everybody?
You know, I don't know, man. We just hit it off with the Between the Buried and Me guys, we've toured with them before, and we really like them. They're great dudes. They're a little more, you know, they're, I guess you could say, mature, maybe.
Serious?
You know, yeah, they're really cool dudes, but you know, like they're just, you know, they do the music and then they just, you know, they eat their meals, they get their sleep, you know, they take it easy, and the Enslaved guys are fucking maniacs.
They are maniacs.
And we like that.
Yeah.
So from day one, we just hit it off, and it was just nothing but debauchery from there on out. So, yeah, I can't think of anything specific, but every night was something new and exciting as far as our friendship goes.
Yeah, it just seemed like from just hanging out with you and everything, that everything was like just funny as hell just the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like just a total riot. So last question I have for you is, what's next? How is 2016 going to shape up? And I mean, it's looking a little too far maybe to 2017, but I mean, what have you got going on for the rest of the year?
We've got, I mean, I can't say specifically yet because nothing's been announced, but we've got another headlining tour coming up after this.
Great.
That'll be like secondary markets.
Sure.
And we got a really good package for that one that we're really excited about. So as soon as we can announce that, I think people will be pretty stoked on it. It's going to some weird places too that the bands just don't go.
Like the Yukon and stuff like that.
It's going to be fucking, it's going to be weird. The shows will either be awesome or they'll be fucking vacant, but we'll see. And then after that, we're going to Europe. And we're doing a co-headliner with an awesome band that I can't mention yet, but that's going to be really cool. And then after that, we're hoping to like get some more tours, maybe like supporting some some bigger bands again, like in the States and Canada. You know,
Right.
we're always in contact with our good buddies in Meshuggah, so
Yeah.
that's always
That's
something.
not a bad thing.
It wouldn't
No.
be. I wouldn't say that it would be impossible to see something like that, but you know, at this point, we're just waiting to see everything pan out, and hopefully just keep the touring full throughout the rest of this year, and maybe early into next year, and then by the time next year is in full swing, you know, the idea is we'll be either, as long as the tours keep coming, we'll keep doing them, but eventually, you know, once that stops, you know, just get back down to writing.
Is it all about the touring for you guys? Like, I know I asked that before, but I mean, like, you know, if you get anything offered to you, it's like you're just going to take it and just say, let's get out there as much as we can?
No, I mean, we won't take anything. I mean,
Not anything,
we
but I mean,
we
you know.
spent years and years of fucking taking any tour we could get, you know,
Right,
and like,
right.
you know, we were playing for 15 people and sleeping on kitchen floors and
Nice.
all that shit. So, you know, we really won't take just any tour, but
Right.
the kind of things that get thrown our way these days are pretty cool. So,
Yeah.
you know, we would never turn down a tour if it was awesome.
Yeah.
Right, so, you know, we love the tour. It's really, sorry, it's what it's all about.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Anything left you want to say for the camera, for all the people?
Come to shows, support the live music. You know, forgive us for not having a drummer here in Canada. And yeah, I don't know. Thanks for supporting us, and
All right.
we hope to keep you satisfied
Keep us satisfied.
for many albums to come.
Thank you very much, Dave.
Cheers,
Appreciate
brother.
it. Thank you.
Indeed, always a pleasure.
All right.